Question number 12. Alastair Scott.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Primary Industries and asks, how is the government supporting our regions through irrigation and water storage projects?
The Honourable Nathan Guy.
Mr Speaker, as a government, we are strong supporters of irrigation and water storage projects. Analysis by NZIER has shown that irrigation contributes $2.2 billion to the national economy. It creates jobs and is helping to revitalise many towns throughout the regions. Of course, water storage has also real environmental benefits. This includes more consistent river flows in the summer, reduced pressure on groundwater aquifers. It's well summarised by Ekawai farmer Gert van Klooster, who says that reliable irrigation gives you the certainty to farm in the black and gives you the possibility to be green.
Supplementary.
Order. Order. Supplementary question, Alastair Scott.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister, what positive effects does irrigation have on different farming models?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Nathan Guy.
Good question. There are many misconceptions about irrigation schemes. One in particular is that they only intensify dairy farms. The reality is that dairy accounts for about 50% of the irrigated area in New Zealand, with 25% relating to sheep and beef finishing and the remainder into cropping and arable. Irrigation allows for more efficient farmer models, both in terms of environmental performance and productivity. For one example is the Waimea Dam near Nelson would enable the conversion of unirrigated pasture into high-value apple orchards with a reduction in nutrient leaching. And the Central Plains Water Scheme will help support ultimately half of the world's radish seed and a third of the world's carrot seed that's grown here in New Zealand.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Alastair Scott.
What recent announcements has he made regarding support for irrigation projects?
The Honourable Nathan Guy.
Mr Speaker, last week I announced 3 new irrigation investments in the Wairarapa, Hawke's Bay and Gisborne. These investments come from the Ministry for Primary Industries Irrigation Acceleration Fund and a total of $1.6 million. Analysis shows that Ruataniwha Dam could increase regional GDP by around $200 million a year and will lead to 2,250 full-time equivalent jobs in that region. In the Wairarapa, analysis shows that the Black Creek and Tiverdale projects could add around $100 million to the wider region per year.
Beautiful. Working for the region. Supplementary question, the Honourable
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Will the Minister assure the Tasman District Council that the government will pay them the $40 million required to build the Lee Valley Dam?
The Honourable Nathan Guy.
Mr Speaker, there is a process to go through, and that, of course, will be through the Crown Irrigation Investments Limited, who have a board who make the ultimate decision. So the member, if he's interested in water storage projects, should actually talk to his colleagues who are opposed to jobs in the region, who are opposed to exports, who are opposed to environmental sustainability.
Order. The answer's quite long enough. And that concludes questions for oral answer. I call on Government Order.